Released on July 27th, 1984, my favourite album ever made was released, Ride the Lightning. With songs on the album like Creeping Death, Fade to Black, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and Escape, the album was a huge success. When the album was released, a French record company misprinted a few of them, approximately over 400 of them. Instead of having the iconic blue, they misprinted it as green. Some of these you can still buy today off people, however, they can go for quite a lot of money. The song I wanted to go into today is Fade to Black, with the iconic acoustic guitar intro, the lead sound you get from Kirk's guitar, and then just the distortion you get in that chorus and at the end. It's just a beautiful song. So let's go into it. So, Fade to Black. Possibly one of my favourite songs, if not my favourite Metallica song ever written on my favourite album, Ride the Lightning. For this, I'm actually just looking at a tone and then I'm going to be adjusting it so it's made for my preference. How it will work with this, you can take this as a lesson of how you can do it with your own guitars at home. Um, so let's get into it. The actual tone of this that I found, if you go up to ToneNet, type in Fade to Black, and then find Lightning Kirk lead, this is the tone that you'll get. Without me doing anything, this is what it sounds like. Now you're probably thinking, why the fuck does it sound like that? It has a wah pedal on. So already we're going to turn that off. Completely off. Just to get rid of that wah-y filtery effect. Already that sounds so much better. Um, the reason I've said I'm not going to try and recreate this tone is because of a few reasons. If I've found a tone that I already love, I will share it with everyone. Um, and if it's accurate enough, I will say, here you go. And with what they're doing here is they have two cabs coming out of one head, which is cool. But it also says custom IR, which I've haven't messed with the custom IRs yet. I personally don't know how to do it yet. Um, I've been working in Amplitude for about coming up for a year now, so I'm still quite new to the software itself. However, I am in love with this tone and I do want to share it with you guys. So I'm just going to adjust some minor things just to make it better for me. And then you guys can take into consideration how I've done that and apply it for yourselves. I quite like how this sounds already. There is one thing I am going to add personally at the moment. If I go down to pitch, go down to harmonies, add this in. So the only thing I've added so far is this, a harmonizer. Only reason I've added this is because after the first chorus, they have Kirk has a little solo, a little harmony solo. You can't really tell it's a harmony, but you can at the same time. If you're listening in both ears, just pay attention to those guitars. You can tell it's a harmony. So I've just added this. I think if my music theory is correct, it is the whole key's in A minor, and you want to have the interval set to minus 5, which is just 5 down instead of 5 up. Which, if I turn it off normally, if you know your music theory, a fifth of something would be just a basic power chord. So if I turn this on now, it's very subtle, but still adds a lot of character uh, to the actual riff, to the tone as well. Um, so let me just play the harmonized solo for you. I am very happy with how the actual harmony itself sounds. And then obviously you could just press that to turn it off, and then it'll turn off, and then you'll get back to the. Which is very nice. What else? The wah pedal. For the intro solo, Kirk actually used the wah pedal as a filler, which is what it is. It comes under the a filter pedal category, as you can see. However, if you listen to the album, you can tell there's a lot of mids, which is what the wah pedal gives, a lot of mids, and it will cut out the mids every time you um push it down, up, down. That's all you're doing, just cutting out the EQ in that in the actual tone. Um, but if I just play the intro quickly, I personally prefer it without the wah pedal. So it is making a lot of sense, and you can hear why it makes sense. However, I just prefer it without. Um, it also just means then I could just play the whole song through properly. I don't really need to mess around with anything. The only thing I need to do when I play the song through is just come here, because the chorus will end just, and that's all I have to do. Um, this is what the intro solo would sound like without the wah. Like I said, the wah definitely is a nice feature. I just prefer it how it's given without the wah. Um, but yeah, I'm very happy with this at the moment. I'm just gonna go tweak a little things just so then it's more better for me. For this, like I said, you might need to do the same. So the only thing that I've changed really was I've boosted the treble up, and I've just had two amps instead of the one, and that does get rid of this effect where you can have multiple uh, guitar amps, uh, multiple cabs in per amp. I just like how it sounds. It just sounds more there. Yeah, so I just prefer how it sounds like that. Uh, just tweak it to how you guys think it should sound. The headphones you use and the speakers you use will um, be a huge contribution to how you make it sound because of the frequency responses each headphones monitors use. Again, different guitars they have different um, things like different pickups, different styles. So that would also be a big contribution to it. It's not just in the amp itself and the pedals you use. Um, but yeah, I'm extremely happy with how this tone is. So I'm gonna leave it there for this one. But I'll catch you in the next one.